crazy how, like, it doesn't matter how long this game is out or, like, what new chapter comes to the game. Be any new killer, whether it's super strong, super weak, you're still gonna get the same thing. 4 losers running DS. And what, DS Unbreakable or, like, DS Dead Hard? Oh, my bad. It was only 3. And the other one didn't have DS, also had Dead Hard. But they still die, because they're bad. He has some other add-ons that I want to, like, mess around with, but I don't know. I kind of like these two. I like the info from this one. I'm pretty sure this is one of the ones that got nerfed from PTP. So is that an angry potato emote? How long are Overwatch queues? I remember when 2 came out. Or was it when 2 came out, or was it like before? I don't know. It was around when, like, either just before or like after 2 came out. People were saying that, like, if you wanted to queue as a DPS, it was like some crazy long time, like 25 minutes or 30 minutes or something, maybe longer. But then I think if you played support or tank, well, one of the two I think was like kind of quicker. run DS, but I love when others are successful. Imagine a perfect world where like the people who crushed DS just didn't exist. What's up, Conch? I swear I'm always on that map when you're in chat. What's up, UG? Have you played the new chapter? I thought about it. Well, you're like, oh, they did Jason. They're like, yeah, but DVD's kind of shit. I think like 9 out of 10 times that I think about Dead by Daylight, I'll think like, oh yeah, the game's cool, but like the player base is like the match like I just had where it's like just a bunch of losers like second, crouching second chance perks, and it's like that, and then like indoor maps, and it's like I don't know. And DVD is like one of those games where like, do you really want to play it? I feel like you play it for like the like 1 out of 10 games where like you'll have a game that's like not dog shit. What have you been playing, UG? Did you see the like 10-year anniversary or like the stuff that they announced during the live stream? Yeah, I remember you, Conch. Yeah, I was saying I feel like every time you're in chat, I'm on that map on Forgotten Ruins. You've seen some clips? I'm trying to think of like what all did they announce. I think it's like I think the fan vote chapter's like August, then Terrifiers November. I know there's like Scooby-Doo skins. There's Casting Frank Stone's gonna be the March chapter. It's like Silent Hill skins. What else? Oh, Glenn's coming. Bruh, they're like talking about like, oh yeah, The Walking Dead. It's been almost a year since they've been out. They're like, yeah, there's 2 characters we're adding, and there's this one. Everyone's been really asking for him ever since we announced The Walking Dead. I'm like, oh, it has to be Negan, right? And they're like, Glenn. I'm like, who the fuck cares about Glenn? And I was like, that next character they're about to say better be Negan. But yeah, it is Negan, but they said that he won't come until like next year, and Glenn's getting added in October. I feel like Negan is probably, I would assume, if they did like a poll for like all the characters in Walking Dead, like who people would want the most, I would assume Negan would be like the most picked character. So I'm kind of surprised if they're like waiting so long to add him. What a surprise. The Claudette tries to ink first chase, doesn't get to just disappear into the darkness, and then DCs. They had to do something about that hook animation after you hook someone. Because, like, I'm trying to hit the survivor after I hook them. It's kind of getting in the way of that. I'll get this one. He's dead. Oh, he's not dead, because does he have, what is the name of that perk that nobody runs? Does he have the Jonah perk? Where you, like, get extra distance after getting injured? If he doesn't have that perk, I'm kind of surprised that, or I will be surprised that he didn't die there. I wish you could kick gens while you're in power. I don't really get why you can't. I mean, like, Wraith can. He used to not be able to, and then they realized that that was kind of stupid, and they made it to where you could. You know, I wouldn't have been able to make the hook if the Leon ran over here and body block. Looks like he has like 15 seconds of endurance. He definitely could have. Fortunately, the hook doesn't over-penetrate. These ones will. Why doesn't she have it in her? Oh, because it wasn't the hook. And she also didn't get pinned. Actually, I think that the hook doesn't, or the scrap doesn't pin, right? No, it's only the hook. If I had a hook, I could have ignored the DS. I swear, everyone that crutches DS also crutches that hard. The plan here. It doesn't even involve this guy at all. I think you can't like instantly teleport. It's a big delay. I feel like everything with this guy's really clunky though. He's a 110. There's that huge delay on the TP for some reason. There's like a delay on raising. There's a delay on like throwing after the raise. There's a huge delay on canceling. So, my big plan that I was saying that has nothing to do with this guy. I wasn't even worried about trying to end chase with it. I'm pretty sure I could have end chase like way earlier on this tile. I just wanted to bleed the other one out. See, like they added like the little cringe, like, oh, we can tap out system mechanic or whatever, you know. Like, there's ways to circumvent that. We can bleed the DS dead hard player out still. Isn't this supposed to be his buddy? I just remembered he's Leon and that's an Ada. You know, I've never found the key card. You know, if he wants to pick her up, that's fine. Now she's like almost split out, and I have a hook. I wonder if she didn't let him. I don't think I'll find the other one in time. Bye, Leon. I found the other one in time. I didn't find the other one in time. I didn't think she was over there. I honestly forgot that it's right down there. I just happened to go over there. What is this shit? Claudette with fog, urban evasion, lucky break. Oh, what a surprise! Claudette with the newer self-care. Oh yeah, so I'm curious. Dang, I have too much time on this game. Like, I don't even play this game like that anymore. Like, I haven't, you know, for a while. What, since season 28 or 7 of Apex, I think? I think season 27. Because I think they're on 29 right now. Yeah. It's like, I've been playing, like, way less. And still, like, I was still able to notice, I'm like, this guy got too much distance. Because, like, that little corner at that big, like, round table in the ship, I've had that happen before, where I hit someone there, and like, I think I've seen also someone hit someone at that angle, and you push them back, and like there's almost always a hook there, or like some other junk that spawns there, and it makes it to where like they get pushed back, and they just lose like crazy distance, and they just never really make it to anything. And that guy still was able to make it to it, and it wasn't even like close. Like I just wasn't gonna doubt him, so I was like, yes, he has to have overcome, which is crazy because like no one really runs that perk, and the Claudette had it for some reason too. I don't think Overcome is like the worst exhaustion perk, but I also don't think it's that good. I think it used to be a lot stronger, but I don't know. I don't think it's worth running now, especially like, you know, what's it called, Vigil getting buffed like 1 billion times since back when that perk was a little more viable. It's like Vigil gets buffed 1 billion times. It doesn't really do a whole lot for Overcome, but it's crazy strong on Sprint Burst, and Sprint Burst already was the strongest one, so I don't know. I don't really see the point of Overcome. I think that like little situation that guy had was like a really niche one where it kind of like he did get value. I mean, you technically should always get value, but I think like that was an example where it actually like made a significant difference, because I'm pretty sure if he didn't have it there, he would have gotten 2-tapped. But I don't know. I don't really think Overcome's that great. I'm assuming that like they're running it because of like Jason's power displacing you, and like use Overcome to kind of negate that. pre-ordered Halloween. I didn't even realize that they had pre-orders up for it already. What are the, like, pre-order, I guess, rewards? Now this is something that I'm gonna pre-order. I was literally just looking at something Halo related. I'm making this one too. I forgot about that you get to play it 5 days early. I'm so surprised that it's coming out in June. I mean, July. It's cause I think it's supposed to be like July 28th. I was expecting it to come out around like, I think the Halo initially released like 2021, and it would have been like November, I want to say 21st. I was expecting it to come out around then, if not that, you know, in the exact day, or whatever the exact day, if that's not the exact day. But like, I was expecting it to come out around then. I was like really surprised that I got announced that it's coming out next month. Does Fang have a key? Bro, who runs keys? Remember when that's like something that's one of the things I do kind of forget about with the old DVD. Remember when they'd have a key and it was like, oh well, I guess they get out. Like, and it wasn't even, it was like best case scenario the last person was getting out. But unless they were just like really, really bad, they should be getting the 3 out. Because it was like once they hit 1 gen left, if one of them died, they could all just leave because hatch would spawn. I got the, or wait, actually, yeah, no, I did get the bad one, didn't I? Yeah. What's his spawn so telegraph? Oh, she ran into me anyway. Oh, you don't like Halo though? I'm assuming she has life, it's just a thing. Why did he hop? I really wish you could kick gens while in power. Of course. She's able to pick that up. wanted to break this pallet for info. Oh, we should pick it up yet. We're being pretty lurky. I should have hit her with the thing and pushed her like towards edge. So as B2. Man, if only I had another one I could throw at her. Let's pick up this one first, because I'm assuming that the other one's gonna have DS. I'll do this to find out if anyone's nearby. Oh, it takes forever because I'm near the hook. I honestly should just leave her longer. Just make sure I don't get hit by like a last second DS. I mean, I'm at like 5 gens. Why even like take the DS? I don't really need to. I'm not like hard pressured for time right now. The other one must have been over that way. I'm assuming it's the Kate. I think just heard her drop down. I do hear her. Let's take this one. The Reblue's lucky that I wanted to go for this one, because I waited and let the thing get the unhook, because I had the scrap piece, so I could over penetrate. So I injured the Fang and her. She lost her BT, but I just took the other one. Hopefully Kate rushes her unhook. Oh, circle. Oh, it won't. It won't down. I didn't want to hit the this. I mean, I should have just taken the hit anyway, but it won't down. Like, it would have over penetrated and hit the Kate if I would have aimed at this one and like hit through her. But it's like Wesker's power, where it would have just put her in deep wound. I don't believe she is that hard. Like this for info. I don't think she realized that I have down. I have a hook. I just didn't dodge at all. There's a pallet here. Just went the wrong way. Actually, no, I exit spawn. Oh, I think I keep on seeing like where the TP is sometimes, and I'll think that that's where the pallet is. His hook mechanic kind of throws me off too. Like, I'll see the white hook and I'll think that's a Scourge hook. It would have been worth to take basement. I think Jason is like a somewhat decent basement potential if you have the scrap piece instead of the hook. Nice hardcore in there. That was... wanted to like not make it too obvious that I knew she was there. Like pretty much the same as what I said on PTB. I mean, I guess technically he's weaker now than what he was on PTB. So basically, how bad I said I thought he was on PTB, but a little worse. Because for some reason he got a bunch of nerfs from PTB to live. Left behind with key? I feel like the only reason people will play this character is because he's Jason, which even then he's like it's off-brand Jason Universe Jason. But his kit, I think if it was like an original character, I think people wouldn't be like sucking him off so much. Like I feel like that's the only reason why like he gets some glaze on his power. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, oh, I feel like, oh, whoa, but he's a 110 with one shot. And he super telegraphs, oh, but he has movement. But it's not one that, like, you really use in chase. It's more of, like just to move around the map. It's super telegraphed. The survivors can run perks to make it to where you just won't know where they're at. The survivors don't even need to do that. They can just crouch. If they just crouch, Jason doesn't know where the survivors are if they crouch. Like, it's so stupid. Omnipresent Evil is the name of his power, and he doesn't know where they are if they crouch. Like, I don't know about this game's developers sometimes. Could you imagine this in a movie? You know, like Jason, like the killer always like knows where the survivors are, and then they like, you know, they're the one that's like popping up on them, or like they're always like the one that's like in control, or like, you know, they're the one that's chasing them. Could you imagine the movie like, oh, the fog is rolling in, Jason's coming, or whatever creature's coming, and then they just crouch in the middle of the open, and oh, I don't see them, and he just like goes off, just goes away. Like, it's so stupid. I don't get, why can he not see in his power? Like, okay, why can he not see in it? And then two, why does he have to teleport to specific spots? Like, it's nice being able to do that sometimes because it makes it to where, like, the trash design maps, like, let's say, like, RPD, for example, where if I'm not playing Nurse, I have to go all the way down the hall, and then up the stairs, and all the way down the other hall to, like, get to the area I want to go to. But, like, with him, and then a couple of other powers, like Nurse is the main one that comes to mind, you can go from, like, top floor to bottom floor to top floor just by TPing. So that's nice. I wouldn't have cared if they did that, but then he could also decide, okay, well, I just want to spawn here. If they did both, that would have been great. But, like, why can he only teleport to, like, the pallets or windows? It makes it to where it's, like, so, like if the survivor just have a brain, like, okay, well, if the fog's coming, I know, one, I can just crouch and he won't know where I'm at. And two, I know exactly where he's going to show up because he's going to go to a window or he's going to go to a pallet spawn. There's like so many things with this power. Like, why is it like that? Why is he 110? Why does he have one shot? I mean, they could have done the one shot thing, but like made it better. Like at the very, I think 110s are the stupidest thing ever. But like at the very least, if he's gonna be 110 while he has his power, why the fuck doesn't he at least become a 115 when he throws it? Like once he loses it, why is he still a 110? I still don't. I've said like a bunch of times, like it technically doesn't really make sense why Springtrap is a 110, and like because I remember when he came out, and people were like, oh well, he's carrying the big fire axe and it makes him slow, so he's 110 when he has it, but then he throws it and then he's not carrying it anymore, so now he's fast. Like he doesn't ever carry it. It spawns out of the thin air when he wants to throw it, but like he's not carrying it around. So like that whole thing doesn't even make sense. He's just 110 because shitty game design. Like they think that like any range killer needs to be 110. I don't like, but at least with Springtrap, okay, at least with Springtrap, when he gets rid of his power, he's a 115, which brings that whole like stupid gameplay thing where like you spend the majority of the match where you just throw your axe at nothing because you don't want to walk around as a 110 the majority of the game, and then you spawn it once you're gonna like get ready to go for a shot. But like, why does Jason not at least have that where he's a 115 after he like loses his power? Again, why does he have one shot? Like, why one shot in 110? Like that whole those two things to combine is like, that's just crazy. And then you have True Talent putting Huntress as the worst killer in the game on its tier list. At least she has 7 axes. She used to have only 5 for the longest, but like, unless you're in add-ons, but like, at least now she has 7. It was a 110, but like, her power is way more effective at a longer range. She has 7. Her power, I mean, they're both like an injury slash down. Unless it's like overpen, like if you're using the scrap piece and you like overpenetrate a survivor and it hits another survivor behind them, like it won't knock them. But I don't know. This guy, it's like I said, like I think that this guy would get like way more criticism if he wasn't Jason. I think that's the only thing that's like gonna make more people play him and make people like kind of disregard all the downsides and still want to play him. But I don't know, like, to be fair, maybe they wouldn't. This is a Dead by Daylight player base I'm talking about. even if he was like completely like just awful, even worse than what he is, if content creators said that like, oh, he's good, I like him, then like the majority of the community would, oh yeah, he's good, he's really really good, because Hens or Ots or whoever said that he is. So that's literally what happened with Unknown. I remember like Unknown came out, and I would like sit here and yap like this about like all the problems with Unknown, and then there'd be people that would be like, nuh-uh, nuh-uh, Hen said that he's good. But then like a couple of months later, then or not, like maybe like over a year later, yeah, it would have been over a year later. I don't know, like year and a half or something. Then like Hens is like, you know what? JRM said that he's bad. He calls him the harmless. He's terrible. Yeah. Unknown's so bad. And then like, you know, then like everyone was saying that he's like awful, and why don't you buff the Unknown? Why don't you? That's probably even still like the character that they cry about the most. Why don't you buff Unknown? But it's so weird. Like the majority of the player base was like saying that Unknown was like perfectly balanced, the best design, killer power, and everything. And he got nerfed after that. I think he got like add-on nerfs, and then like at one point he did get some like microscopic buff like base kit. But then even then, one of his like base kit buffs, they like gutted one of his add-ons. The is it something photo? Yeah, blurry photo. I think when he came out, I want to say this add-on was like, was it like 50 EU to get your like movement speed like 50% faster or something like that? It was something. It was a big number. But then like base kit, he was worse as far as like when he'd like TP, he'd take longer to start moving. And then they changed it to where like they made his base kit where he could start moving quicker. But it wasn't like they barely buffed that, and then they like hard nerfed the add-on. And then they nerfed the add-on again, I think, the last time they messed with him. Yeah, I don't know about this guy. Like, you already know how I feel about... Oh, yeah, didn't you say... Did you ever end up seeing his skins? I remember you said that, you didn't, like, the other day when we were talking about them. These are, like, off-brand skins where they made it to where you can tell which movie they're supposed to be like, but they're not the skins from the movie. Like, this is supposed to be part 2 Jason. That's when he has... the overalls, and then the flannel. I think it's like blue in the normal thing in part 2. This is supposed to be part 6 Jason, when he came back to life and like he's like zombified, and then he has a lot more bones showing, and then that was the one where he like wore the gloves, but in the movie it was like bright yellow gloves. And then this one's supposed to be part 7 Jason. I think this one's probably the one that like would be the easiest for most people to tell which one it's supposed to be. But, like, they're all, like, Temu versions of them, because I'm assuming because it's, like, well, if they do it like this, then they don't have to... It's not, you know, licensed, or it's not tied to whoever owns that exact movie. So then they don't have to, like, you know, pay them, you know, like royalties for it, and then, like, then they don't have to worry about, like, if there's any, like, legal issues, which, it's so stupid, bro. Like, I don't like it. I like, at first I was thinking, oh yeah, you know, I like Jason, maybe I'll end up just buying all the skins on him. But then, like I was saying last night when I was streaming, it's like the more I just looked at these ones, like it just made me so like I don't know. I'm between like, maybe at some point I'll just go ahead and like buy them all. But I'm between like that and like wanting to be like, I don't really want to like give them any extra money for these skins. Cause like, but we could have had the actual skins from in the movies, but instead we get off-brand rip-off ones. I don't like Jason Universe at all. Like I don't like the people who are like handling the IP. I think that like everything that they do with Jason, like since they've started the Jason Universe thing, it's Jason technically, but it's always like the most like soulless, penny pinching version of him that we've gotten. Like what they did this, they did What was that game? That was like the fighting game that people were like all over for a little, and then it just like completely died. I think Multiverse. He was in that. He had this exact design on Fortnite. Wasn't there? What was some? There was something else. I know that they've had him in like the little, like, like the almost like home footage 2004 camcorder looking movies. Like what is the name of it? I think they've done like 2 of them on like YouTube. I don't know. I've never liked the Jason Universe design, and I don't like anything that they've really like done with him since those people have been handling the IP. Which I think that started in like what, 22, 23? And I think it would be fine if we get the shitty Jason Universe skin and like these other Temu ones, but then we also end up getting the actual ones from the movies. And I've seen where some people have said that like that's not off the table, but unless I may be wrong, I mean I don't know, maybe I'm like misremembering it, but I'm pretty sure when 2 of the people who are handling the Jason Universe like thing, I'm pretty sure when they were talking during the anniversary event that they said that they didn't have any plans of doing that. Why am I on the game? Oh, that's another issue with Jason. You have to like what's the most important thing on DBD? Distance. Like what is how does almost every chase come to an end? By like closing the gap, or whether even if you have like a range power, you have to like close the gap enough to where you get the opportunity to go for a shot or whatever. So why is the killer that's already 110 has 1 shot? He has to go in and like in the middle of the chase, he has to like break off and go wander off to like go reload. Like bro, I don't know. I don't get why he doesn't at least have the thing where he becomes a 115 after using his power. Like there's no reason for them to not at least do that. If he really should have just been 115. But if they weren't going to make him 115, then they should have at least made it to where after he uses the power, then he becomes a 115. Bro. Speaking of like dumb shit that just shouldn't be. like that animation was already really long on the PTB. It would make it to where you're like the animation was basically 2 times longer than what it normally would be if you spawn too close to the hook. And then they we're gonna nerf it even more, and they made it to where it's 3 times longer. That's why it took so long to like come out of the animation. I probably could have gotten the injury on the girl that was behind me when I TP'd down there if it was just normal animation. Does she have DS or Dead Hard? I really don't want to hook her downstairs, but spawns are kind of fun. So like the only thing that saves killer, so even though they run all these crazy strong second chance perks, they're usually really bad. It's kind of messed up too that like even though she didn't really path very well after de-essing, and I had an opportunity. I see the guy's little head. Is he still ratting? Is it like a kindred or something? I should have taken the shot. The injury on her, or the down on her would have been decent for sure. See what I mean? There's only the safe killers that they're really, really bad. But no, as I say, the thing that was like messed up though is even though she, you know, like pathed poorly and all that, she could have still had dead hard. Even though I like got the opportunity to go for the shot, she could have just ended up dead harding, and then that would have, you know, made that not really matter. I should have TP'd here. I would have gotten Aura. Solo. Why would she not drop it? Did you like not realize that there was a pilot there? Bro, that's crazy. They make the hitbox like tiny on this thing, but then it doesn't go through that. Oh, I'm super slow because the hook's bias. There's like so many just like cringe hand-holding mechanics like that in the game now. I was gonna say hopefully this guy's not sprint burst. He didn't sprint burst as soon as I, ran at him. But then he ended up going into his drama animation. Like, oh no. She got injured. I didn't. Yeah, that dead heart wouldn't have done anything because she ended up getting injured. I didn't think that the hook over penetrated. I thought only the other one did. Maybe I didn't even have a hook in my hand. I thought I had a hook. I don't know. Go back and look. This is something that, like, for the most part, doesn't matter. Because I feel like it's not something that, like, happens super often in matches. I've never really got why some of those things don't down survivors. Like, the overpen can't down. The, like, Wesker can slam, someone into someone else. And that'll, like, injure them or put them into deep wounds. But it won't down. I feel like there might be another example that I'm not thinking of. I feel like this one makes more sense to where it should probably down. Oh yeah, another thing that's like an issue with this guy, which isn't necessarily tied to, I mean it kind of is tied to him, but it's more so like map design, is that I feel like they make so many tiles now where the tile is short enough to where the killer can't mind game around it, like they can't like hide themselves in mind game around it, but then at the same time it's tall enough to where a killer like him and hunters can't throw over. And then a lot of times they end up being like rocks or something else that's round to where you don't even, like, you go to raise your power and you're never going to hit them because they're going to get around quick enough to where it's just, you're not going to raise it and release fast enough. Especially not on this guy. This guy throws, I think, slower than Huntress. I don't know. It's pretty close, but it's like, at least like with a character like Slinger, he can get a shot off a little faster and maybe he can do something in some of those spots. Which even Slinger used to shoot a lot faster, but still, he shoots faster than like a Huntress or this guy. But I don't know. I think it's like more of like a map design issue. I don't know. It's map design, but it's also issue with him because he's got one shot and he's a 110. Only 22 more hours to go. Another issue with Dead by Daylight or like behavior. Eternal Bot has the little like Jason mask thing. Why is it only tied to certain people? Cause like I was thinking like I was gonna sub to someone because I think you get it from like 2 gifts. There's 2 different. There's like a DVD one that like the tallies, but like fuck, nobody like cares about them. And you get that on like 1 gift sub, and the other one you get on 2, which is the mask. And I was going to gift subs to someone that I watch to get the Jason mask, the Tebow Jason mask. But then I found out that you can't gift it to anyone. It's only specific people. It's like, well, what if I don't watch those people? What if I don't want to do that? What if I wanted to gift subs to Mikey Runs TTV? Then what, Behavior? What do you have to say about that? What if Behavior just commented in chat and they're like, fuck Mikey Runs TTV? That would be crazy. I didn't even argue with that. I guess. I just got it from your stream. You're lying. What? That's not even a thing. I am pretty sure you have to... She's lying to me. Again. Wouldn't it be funny if, like, if you actually did and I'm sitting here ranting about nonsense? Why did I look? Why did I pull up chat on the Twitch thingy and then it says it says Eternal sub twice, but I can't see it on this screen. Like I can't see it up here. But when I look on the other one, see, my source is that I made it up. No. See, I know you think that this is a big Red Wolf. You're wrong. Because I just did it. But you don't understand. I'm on the list. I'm one of the few people that behavior selected. So that's why it worked. So yeah, what I was saying was completely true. Pretty sure you're just a bot. Did they just ban Mikey from it then? Is he the only one that I can't do it on? I was like, why do I hear claws? And I thought it was like coming from like the closet behind me. I was like, I don't remember Cat coming in here. I don't remember him. I didn't think he like got stuck in the closet, and I would think that he would meow if he was. But I looked down, he's below my chair. I thought he was. I didn't even think he was in the room. But just spawned in like Jason. What if they changed it though? What if I'm not crazy and it was like that, but they changed it? Because I kept on seeing posts that were saying that like it was only for certain people. It was only for like people that were in like the creator program. I saw like a bunch of posts saying that on Twitter and I think somewhere. I don't know if they changed it because there was like people that were mad about it, or if they were just crazy and they gave me false information. But if that, I don't know, maybe it wasn't a thing. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe those people are lying and spreading misinformation. But if that was a thing and they just like changed it, which I mean, I guess that's, if it was and they did change it, then I was like, okay, that's good that they listened to the feedback on that thing. But if it was, that's still like, I don't know. When I saw people posting that, and I was like, that's pretty lame, because it's like, what if? I don't know who else is in like the creator program thing. Like, what if I don't watch True Talent or Aughts and I wanted to, you know, give it to someone that I do watch, but then you could only do it to like people that were in the program. I don't know. Maybe those people were just saying a bunch of nonsense. Oh, and thank you for the gifted sub, Journal. That's so funny that I was saying that. Did you do that after I started talking about that, or did you do it before? Are you making it rain on Dagger? That's crazy. I don't know which one's worse, if you did it before or after. Because if you did it before, it's like, so that's funny because I didn't see it. I just happened to start ranting about that because I saw the little like badge next to your name. And if you did it after, it's like, oh, he did it just to prove me wrong. Wow. Before you bought. Notice how we snuck in that 22 more hours. 22 hours of Dead by Daylight. Dang, that's crazy too, because like I was already playing. I was like, well, I got a 4K. They're ranting. They're gonna be distracted. I can like try and sneak off, either sneak onto Apex or sneak off to my sleeping bag. But then Eternal gifted 2 subs and like, oh, now I gotta stream 84 hours. I'm gonna start taking clothes off. Eternal's adjacent mask. Yeah, that's the thing that I was ranting about. If you I guess if you gift one sub, then you get like a little behavior, or not behavior, like a DVD one, like the little like tallies. And if you gift two, then you get the mask. But I saw a bunch of people posting saying that it was only for people, like select people. Like you had to like gift subs to specific creators or whatever. So that's the thing that I was ranting about, that I was saying, I was like, that's pretty lame. Which I don't know if it was like that initially and then people didn't like it and they changed it, or if that was just all not true. Please go to bed so I can loop in peace. This is why you don't stream anymore, so I can't stream snipe. How have the Survivor games been? Are a lot of people playing, Jason? Or I was gonna say I would imagine they would, but I don't know. Maybe they play them and they're like, this guy sucks, and then maybe people already stopped. Because like I thought Vecna was gonna be crazy popular. I thought the queues were gonna be really long, and I thought like everyone was gonna be playing him. But I feel like Vecna died off really fast, at least from what I've seen. I remember I was so like, he was coming out and I was like, I don't really want to play, because I was thinking he was going to be like Springtrap, you know, like people love Stranger Things. I was thinking that like the queues were going to be at least 15 minutes, and I was like, I don't want to sit in queue for 15 minutes. But it was pretty short queues. I think the longest was like 7-minute queues or something, like during the daytime when he was out, and then nighttime was really quick. Maybe Stranger Things season 5 was so bad that people didn't even want to play him on DVD. You know, I still haven't watched that. I'd kind of forgot about it until I think it was like yesterday or earlier today. I was talking about it. Oh, I mentioned Apex. Like now I'm sitting there, I'm like, huh. I wonder what map it's on right now. Dude, this is why I can't watch his Watson. Watch him and like the matches look good. Like, that was pretty fun. He was like running through everyone. I can do that. I get on and that shit does not happen. I think he's like the king of false advertisement for Apex. You need some Overwatch in that 5-legged life? What? Overwatch? I don't know. I think after I saw like that big lineup of characters that they did in a more recent update, I was like, you know what? I don't think Overwatch is for me. It was funny because like I was playing a little bit of Overwatch just before Overwatch 2 had came out. Like I played it before, like, but it was like a long time ago, and I like rarely play it after that. But I had like gotten into it a little bit again just before 2 came out, and then 2 came out, and I downloaded it or whatever, did the update, and they're like, hey, you need to log back into your account, and I saw that and I was like, I don't feel like doing that. And I just closed out of it and got on Apex, and I never played Overwatch again. Just because I didn't feel like logging in. And then I deleted it. But I don't know, I feel like I wasn't really missing out on much. Especially not when Overwatch 2 first came out. Rebecca. Remember when everyone was running around with like that skin or the Ada one? I feel like if you see an Ada, they're still running the Ada skin that came out with this one. But there was a while where like every game had them. I was gonna say, like, isn't something happening with Resident Evil? I think 9's supposed to get DLC. I think this month or next month, maybe. And then I know that they announced the next game, but I mean that's not coming, I think, until like next year or something. I saw the slasher out the corner of my eye, and I thought it said the Slugger. I was like, whoa, who's this killer? I need to play this one. Ormond Lake Mine. Which, that reminds me, why does Jason not have Crystal Lake? I wonder. I saw her name. What do you mean by she knows? Damn, I think this is the injured, or was injured one here. It would have been nice if I caught her, like, before she got the heal off. I forgot I didn't kick the other gen. I was about to say, I'm like, where's my hook? I destroyed it because I needed ammo. That's another thing that shouldn't be a thing. I know, he grabs the hook, so it kind of makes sense for it to disappear, but like, yeah, it kind of sucks for, like, gameplay-wise, though. Like, okay, maybe he disappears for 5 seconds. Well, what if we did that? That'd be nice. 5 seconds? I'm allowed to put survivors on? And Survivor DPD wants us to hook them, right? They don't like when we slug. I feel like you get injured on actually. She's just giving up. Or is she like wanting me? No, she wants me to hit her. I kind of wish she got like a good piece from the broken pallet. There's an add-on that makes him so sort of do something like that, but it's only after a gen pops. Imagine like taking the machete to the ass. That's crazy. Better? Well, I guess she gets what she wants. I should have saved the pallet that was on the low ground. Would have been good for info. Pretty sure they're all over here. I should have hooked her here. I'm just lazy. I should have to right on that hook over there. Bro, that's crazy. No, they actually let her hit struggle and pull right after. Bro, there's no way you bag going into Shack and then just... I have DS to save you. I'm doing this just for the taste. I've been like gapping about issues with Jason. I think another one is why can't he kick while he's in power? sure I heard the other one, but I can just go do this. This is why I saved this palette. It would have been funny if she actually got injured by that. I think it's like basically impossible to now. That's something else that they nerfed, I guess you could say, from PTB to Live. I don't even want to entirely call it a nerf because it's like that's not something the server ever really should get hit by. But they changed it because like people are really stupid on PTB and somehow we're getting hit by it. I feel like it's a nerf technically, but I feel like it's something that like doesn't matter just because it's never going to really happen. I thought that the one on the ground was over there, but that's thing's body. Poor Rebecca. I'm surprised to see this. Someone running like a bunch of kill perks. This is something else. Like see, you guys. Oh, you just cry about killer. You just cry and whine and bitch about killer. You watch how you fucking talk about me, but you just complain about killer all the time. This is something that I think is both killer and survivor. This should be like community. This is developer sided. I think that the player base should have like really complained about this. I think it's like it's dumb though. They made it to where like if you run these perks, let me see, like this one should be fine. Actually, because it affects other people, so like that technically should be fine. It's like not really these two, but like these two, and if you run other perks that were similar to these ones, they have diminishing returns now. Where like this one, or well, okay, let's see. This one's going to get full value, and then instantly, the numbers on here are not true. It's going to be 50%, just instantly. And then if you run any more, I believe it drops to 25% on the third perk that stacks, and then the last one, it might be only 5%. I want to say it's 5%. Like that, you only get 5% of the value. Like, I think that was like probably one of the worst changes they've ever done. And it's something that it affected. Like, I think it was just a bad change in general. And then it's on like something that makes it even worse is that it's negatively affecting killer and it's negatively affecting survivor. I don't know. I didn't like that change at all. And it's crazy too because like if someone wants to run like you know a heal build or whatever, or like let's say they run like all haste perks or any type of perks like that stack, or like all gen perks that are like percentage stacking or whatever, they're going to get fucked over and like they're not allowed to do that. But then you can have these losers that will run like DS, Unbreakable, Dead Hard, and what are trash players running these days? What's the one that's like crazy? The strongest perk in the game, I think, that people don't use as much though. But Shoulder the Burden. If they want to stack 16 perks like that, they're all second chance perks. That's fine. They don't get hurt at all. But like if people want to run like more like gimmicky or like thematic builds, then they get screwed over for like I don't know. It was such a, I think it was a really bad change. They've made some really bad changes throughout the years, and I would probably put that like in like at least top 3. It genuinely might be the worst one. Yeah, I don't know. I think that sucks because, like, I was just thinking, I was like, to me, I know it's not, this may not be, like, popular opinion. At least not by what I see. But, like, to me, I think running a bunch of second chance perks is lame as fuck. And especially, like, I have some, I mean, I've felt like this for, like, I don't know, since, like, year 1, year 2 of PP. Probably, like, more like year 2. But, like, even then, like, even for, like, I've always felt like that pretty much, but, like, especially now, where like I have like a billion hours in the game. What do I want to run around with 16 second chance perks in a format for? Like, well, what's the fun in that? I'm not even really like playing the game. The perks are playing the game for themselves. The thing that like I think is more fun in Survivor for like especially like swiffing is like running perks like that, where like you're running like a heal build, or maybe you're like messing around with like gen builds or all haste perks, stuff like that. Like you're just like, they're not like they're not all terrible. Like sometimes those builds can actually give you good value. But they're more like thematic or like they're definitely not going to be as good as running 4 second chance perks. But like that's not really a thing you can do anymore. I mean, you can do it, but it's like you're wasting the perk slots basically, especially after the first 2. I don't know. I think that really sucks. This has to be like Eternal's fault or something. Are you talking about me or Rebecca? Why am I even asking? That's crazy. Go bed. I don't know, you keep saying that, I think jokingly, and like, you know, watch how quick all of a sudden it says, you get that little like pop-up where it's like the blue screen. Is it a blue screen or a black screen? I don't know, I think it's like, is it a black, I think it's a black screen. No, it's a blue screen with the little like triangle and it says like, oh, lost connection. We don't know what happened to the stream. You're gonna see that pop up real quick. Oh, I get it now. No wonder Jason shit. He came out in the 3rd row. The 3rd row's cursed. 3rd row has Pig, Deathslinger. I have mixed feelings about Plague. I used to like Plague a lot. Showstopper played enough Plague games for the entire player base. That's why no one plays her anymore. Trickster, didn't like him. Sadako, I like Sadako at first, but then like she's like gutted now. Like these two are both like, they're like shells of what they used to be. I mean, I always hated this bitch. I still can't stand her. It's the cursed 3rd row. Ghoul's an exception. We like Ghoul. By the way, Ghoul is fine on release. I'd probably cancel for saying that. That's probably the worst thing I've ever said. This guy was fine and balanced on release. It was just all a skill issue on Survivor's part. But, yeah, other than that, like, other than him, the 3rd row is cursed. That's why he's so bad. Bro, they should have put him out in, like, in this one. If he came out during this one, then, like, he's cool, I guess. He's alright. I haven't beat 100. I don't really feel like playing him anymore, but I did like him a lot. I mean, I do. I don't feel like playing Singularity. But see, I'm weird, though. Like, I'm not like all these like people who like queue up with 16 second chance perk. I don't like going on the game and just like, oh, I'm gonna win. Which even then, like, Singularity is not like necessarily like playing the game for you and you're just winning like second chance perk. It's just that he's really, really, really strong. I'm gonna beat the majority of the players that I play against if I'm playing him. So I don't really want to play him all the time. It's like, This is why like I've never been like a nurse main or anything, or like a blight main, because it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like boring. I like clown. Bro, they should have put Jason in this row. Maybe then he would have been better designed. I'm like actually looking at all the rows to see like I'm trying to see if I notice a pattern here. I get that in Discord. That makes two of us. That's crazy. Yeah, I think it's time to end stream. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm tempted to play Springtrap. Oh, you know something that was funny? Rain told me that he played when Jason came out, and that he got some guy playing clown. Bro, there's always, that meme is gonna always be alive. There's always going to, it doesn't matter what new character comes out. Like, Jason's probably the most anticipated killer ever. And there was still some dude playing clown on Raid. There's always someone playing clown. It's kind of funny because, like, the last couple of releases where, like, I haven't really cared about them as much. There's been some times where I'm the guy playing clown. I didn't even think about that when Jason came out. I was like, oh, I should have did that. I should just played clown all day when Jason came out. I wonder why clown. They'll do it on PTB too. There will be someone that'll like, there will be people that'll like play clown when like on the PTB, and then the survivors get mad because like, you know, they're trying to play against like whatever's the new killer, and they just get some guys just playing clown for no reason. But on PTB, they can just like DC without penalty. Okay, I was thinking of playing Springtrap, even though I don't know how to play. I guess it's just because like some parts of their powers feel kind of similar. It's like, I don't want to play a killer that's early summer. I might as well play the better one. What is that? Oh, a clown. That's crazy. She heard her name and showed up with the emote. Authority around here. How do you guys do that? Where you have like emotes of yourself? I've seen where some other streamers have done that. I keep seeing like True's thumbnails where he's like saying he likes this add-on or this add-on carries or something like that, but like I couldn't remember what it was until I actually like looked at it in game, or like what it did until I looked at it in game. Like, what? The add-on that blocks the exit if you hit someone? They're not making it to the exit in my matches. Why would I run that? I feel like there's a couple of add-ons that like every killer has now. Seems like they always do like the add-on to like block the exit gate, especially if it's like, I'm not sure if it's like a range killer really. It's like there's an add-on for that. There's the add-on to like block windows. It's weird too because the window blocking one, they keep on making it an eerie, but like those add-ons tend to be really bad. Like Dredge has one that's eerie and it's bad. This guy has one. I feel like there's another one, right? Doesn't... Yeah, Springtrap does have one. I was gonna say, doesn't he have an eerie like that? He does. Because I remember people were running it when he first came out, and like... It actually made him worse. Because it would make it to where the pallets would lock up before he even came all the way out the door. So like, they would get even more of a, like, heads up that you're coming to that door. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen anyone run that in a really long time, but I mean, it's probably because it's bad. When you get the little portrait thingy, I was curious what it looked like. I saw it before, but I didn't remember what it looked like. Is it like level 15, 20? Every time I see unknowns, it kind of throws me off. I'm like, unknown. But I always forget that I got him to like P24 like really, really fast. It was like a day or two after he came out. Probably like 2 days after he came out. I played... Did I do like 24 hours when Unknown came out? I know I played a lot. Because I liked the character. But like, I even said back... I said that I thought his power was like kind of meh. And I said that I thought that once people like... stop being bots because he was new or whatever, that he would like show how bad his power was. But he had a power that like I wanted to be good. I don't, oh, well, it probably tells you here, doesn't it? Is it like level 25 or something when you unlock those? I wanted to see what the JSON would look like. Because I have to just check Instagram. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at the... I know Dracula has a window block add-on, but his was really good on release. And his is a little different. His is a purple.
You will fear me.
Yeah, I don't have any idea when the last time was I saw someone actually run this. I don't know. I feel like I still don't think it would really be that good or like worth running. But in order to make it have any reason to run it, they would need to change it because it blocks the pallets when you start moving to the security door. So they get like a huge heads up that you're coming. If they made it to where like when you exit them, then it blocks, it'd be like better. But even still, I don't think it'd be worth running. I'm at that crossroads that I so often find myself at. Apex or go to bed. I think the only thing that's going to keep Apex from winning is that the new season comes out on Tuesday. So might as well just wait till then. That means Jason better get all the gameplay he can once Tuesday hits. See you, DPD. Probably. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I say that, and then like Apex may just out of nowhere do like worst update ever, and then come crawling back to DPD again. I don't know. They may do like solo queue ring, which if they do that, then I think I will end up actually playing Apex. Eternal's always trying to send someone to bed. This is another thing. Bro, there's no love for the chapter. You see the little picture of the achievement thing, the trophy thing? Jason's busting through the wall. What does Jason do a lot in the movies? He busts through the walls, he busts through doors. Why is his like wall break animation on DVD? Why doesn't he do that? Why doesn't he just walk through it? I always thought that, like, since they added breakable walls, I always thought, I was like, if they add Jason, they need to let him just like walk through the wall, because that's what he does in the movies, especially like towards the end, usually after he's been like bullied around for a while. That's why in Friday the 13th, the game, once he gets his rage mode up, then you can do that. You don't have to break the wall down slowly. You just walk through it. They could have did that. That would, like, for stuff like that, would have made the game better. Well, I mean, it would have. I don't know. It would have made the chapter better from like a Friday the 13th nerd point of view. I wouldn't know anything about that, but there's some other stuff like that I think they should have did. Okay, I'm getting off. Is that? Why does that look like Cat? That's basically what he's doing right now. He's like right below me. I think he wants me to go to bed too. I think if they do something tomorrow morning, I might get on like early in the morning. If I do, it'll probably like be only for a little bit. Okay, I'm getting off. Is Mikey still playing? Mikey hasn't been going this whole time, has he? Wait, let me check. Because I know he was on like 24 hours or something. Okay, no, it says he's been on for like 3. I was gonna say, I'm like, there's no way he's been going for like almost 2 days straight, right? I wonder if Mikey's gonna play the new chapter. I was about to say, I was like, isn't there supposed to be something else coming out like for Survivor? But yeah, there's like a new Survivor, but I'm not interested in the new Survivor at all. But like, what did you say? Send me over there? No, you're banned. I'm gonna like ban you so that you get kicked out of the like chat or the raid thing, and then everyone else can go into the raid, but not you. But I'm his mod. Oh, you're banned in there too. Imagine like Noah's Ark pulls up and like you get kicked off the boat.